Hello and welcome to another painting experiment. Thank you for joining me today, and yes, welcome to my kitchen really. My name is Mundy and this is where I do my painting as best I can because it's not exactly an art studio, but we'll make do. Anyway, if you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, that's awesome. Please like, share, subscribe, all of that. It's a beautiful, crisp Melbourne day out there, and I'm in the mood for doing something bright and sunshiny and, yes, beachy. So I will show you the colours that we're going to use today. So, of course, we're going to use the titanium white as a cell activator, and I'm going to put some medium yellow, some lemon yellow, I told you it's going to be beachy and sunny, some raw sienna, which is remarkably similar to gold. So I'm actually really tempted to not use bling and see what happens. I think I'm going to leave the gold off actually. Some yellow ochre, which is, very similar. Can you see? It's sort of slightly more pastel-y, I guess. Some light red ochre, because we can. And of course, what would we do without some Paynes grey or Harbour Night to just, rein it in a little bit. And naturally, it's going to be on a pillow of house paint. So that should be interesting. The other thing I want to do today is a few videos ago, I did something with lines, and I'm tempted to do that again, and just to see how it goes. Anyway, keep watching. I'm going to rearrange my camera. See you in a bit. All right, to begin, I'm going to, of course, put the house paint as a pillow in the middle. I must admit, doing it this way with my camera at this angle, you can possibly see you will be able to see the tripod leg right there, fills me with a little bit of, we'll see how we go. Don't really want to get my tripod full of paint, but the things we do for YouTube. All right, so I said to you that I'm going to do some stripy bits, and I will. I'm going to even do it in color order in terms of, how dark things are. Now, hopefully this will pop out. And yes, there we go. So I'm starting off with lemon yellow. And then I'm going to put the medium yellow next to it. This one should go, yes, there we go, over the house paint. Can't quite decide. I think the yellow ochre is the next pastel-y one, so I'll try that next. As per usual, all of these are experiments. Just be very interested to see how this turns out. Okay, so that is the yellow ochre. The next one is the raw sienna. See, oh gosh, they're remarkably similar, aren't they? Oh well, maybe slightly darker. Who's to know? Anyway, I don't think I need to put any gold in because, as mentioned before, they are very similar to the gold. This one is the light red ochre. Last but not least, in terms of something colourful, is the Harbour Night or Paynes Grey. And I'm tempted just to be sparing but random with it. So a few drops here and there. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, and then it's going to be time for doing the cell activator, but I am feeling nervous, so I am going to change the camera angle again. Bear with. All I've done is rearrange things a little bit. It's now on a little bit of an angle, but hopefully you will still be able to see what happens when I pour. So I'm going to do the cell activation with the Amsterdam Titanium White. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 2 swipes in alternate directions, one left, one right. So this way, I think I'm going to go from the darker to light. That's interesting. Okay, and as I just wipe the paint off, so I can do that again, but I will do it in the other direction. Okay, here we go. Oh gosh, there's a lot of paint and I'm pushing it along, which is not something you really want to do, but anyway, that's what's happened. It's always an experiment, so here we go. And now, bravely, I'm going to put on my gloves and pour, and hope like heck I don't make a terrible mess on myself, the floor, or the tripod. Here we go. Now, if I tip it this way, I think you can still see it. I might just go this way. Yes, all right. And now down we go. I've sort of just inadvertently thinking, gosh, it's very Aboriginal, you know, Indigenous art colours, I've just realised. But anyway, these are my own dots, not dot paintings at all. But that's really quite interesting. I quite like that. So I think that's mostly gone around the edge there. Cheating as usual, using my paint coloured thumb. All right, now let's see if we can get this further, but without actually losing all that lovely lace work and red ochre colour. It's quite hard. I have to make sure that I can pull it back in time. Here we go. Ooh, that's quite interesting, isn't it? Quite like that. Oh, there's some very nice work happening here. Let's see if I can bring this a little closer and pour it over. It's quite hard sometimes to judge how much paint to use. You don't want to put too much on so that it just goes absolutely everywhere, but you really do want it to pour. And I think I may have actually underdone myself, but anyway, I'm doing my best and hopefully it'll all pour up over the edge and do something really interesting. Actually, all right, so there's a few bits there that really need to go over the edge, just there. Okay, and of course this corner, and then last but not least this yellow bit around here. pouring. More very slow drip this time, to be honest, but that's okay. I'm not totally happy with the amount of paint that's gone over the edge, to be honest, but I don't want to pull it anymore because I'm really happy with what's happening in, the important bit, which is the front of the canvas. So I think I'm going to bravely stop there. Let me just get rid of these gloves, bear with. All right, so I really am very fond of this, and look, that's quite organic and delicious, and the house paint is coming through very nicely all over the place, but I think that will do. Now I'm going to do my usual trick, and I'm going to put it in front of a fan or a heater or both to let it dry, and I'll be back as soon as I can to show you what the end product is like. See you in a bit. Bye. One of the things that I really like about acrylic pouring is the fact that you never know exactly what you're going to get. When I started this painting, I put all these yellows and golds. I was thinking sunshine and beach, and this is not sunshine and beach, but I still really like it. There's some really lovely cell work and lace work, very interesting things happening here. I'm very pleased that even though it is a lot of white, look at all that fabulous cell work. It's really cool. The pillow has really come through quite nicely. Apologies for the shadow, by the way. But yeah, I'm really quite happy with that, even though it's nothing at all beachy and sunshine. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, all of that sort of thing. And I will see you again soon. Bye.